Dear students of Standard 7, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are safe and sound by the blessings of Almighty. Welcome you all to my today's online class. Previously, I have delivered the lecture on 3 natural disasters. Today, I will discuss on the last 3 natural disasters from your textbook. So, let's start the class. At first, you will enjoy a video clips. So, dear learners, have you seen the video clips? Can you tell me I am going to discuss on which natural disaster of Bangladesh? Yes, it is flood. And this flood and river erosion are interrelated with each other. So, let's start our class. Our today's topic is flood, river erosion and drought. First, we will know what is flood. More or less, flood occurs in Bangladesh almost every year. And you have already learned the regions of occurring the natural disasters in Bangladesh. That is our soil structure, our climatic condition, physiographic condition, and that means river course. These all are responsible to occur different types of natural disasters in our country. So now flood, a condition when ground becomes submerged underwater due to heavy rain and overflowing of rivers is called a flood. Now, types of flood. How many types of floods are there in our country? There are 3 common types of flood. Fluvial flood, that is river flood, pluvial flood, that is flash flood and surface water flood, and coastal flood, storm surge. Fluvial flood. A fluvial flood or river flood occurs when the water level in a river, lake or stream rises and overflows onto the surrounding banks, shores and neighboring land. In our textbook, there is written about the river flood or fluvial flood. Now, pluvial flood. This is flash flood. In Bengali, it is known as Akushik Bonna. When a sudden local flood that is typically occur due to heavy rainfall and surface water mainly flooded due to it. Coastal flood. Coastal flooding occur when normally dry low-lying land is flooded by sea water. Dear learners, we will see one map of Bangladesh which is based on the river. Here the river based area are mentionable, and notice that here are given 3 major rivers of Bangladesh, and almost all rivers of Bangladesh including the Podda, Meghna and the Jamuna are originated in India. So here the Podda originated from Gangotri glacier of the middle of Himalaya. Here the Podda enters into Bangladesh from the western part of Rajshahi division, assuming the name of Podda, and from the northern part, the Brahmaputra originated. And the Brahmaputra originated at the Manas Sarovar. This is one type of large lake of Tibet, and it has entered the districts of Kurigram of Bangladesh, flowing through Assam. And near Dewanganj in the year 1787, due to earthquake, the bed of the river rose up and the bed lost the containing capacity of water. And here the narrow channel of the Brahmaputra turns to the eastern part of Bangladesh and the vast water body which comes forward towards the southern part, and it is the Jamuna. So it is the stream of Brahmaputra, and Jamuna has already taken the name Jamuna in Bangladesh. It is the stream of Brahmaputra. And Meghna, the source Borak of Assam in Naga Manipur zone, which enters Bangladesh through the Sylhet districts. Now, how does flood occur in Bangladesh? So, common causes of flooding, that is melting snow and ice, heavy rainfall, overflowing the rivers, broken dams, urban drainage basin or drainage system, storm surge, tidal bore or tsunami, channel with steep sides, and a lack of vegetation or lack of forestation. These are the common causes of occurring flood in our country. Now the related part with the flood, it is river erosion. The rivers carry a great water flow from melted water and Himalayas and huge rainfall in the highland through Bangladesh to the Bay of Bengal. So let's know what is erosion. Erosion is a process that wears away the riverbed and banks. Erosion also breaks up the rocks that are carried by the river. Every year, especially during monsoon, the river erosion occurs in our country. And this river erosion is a regular natural disaster in Bangladesh, especially during monsoon, river erosion occurs in our country. Now, causes of river erosion. One of the reasons of this disaster is the nature of course of rivers. Most of the rivers of our country follow a frequently meandering course, that is zigzag in nature, and as a result, a strong current cannot flow straight and strikes the banks, which start to erode the river banks. So let's see the causes of river erosion. The nature of the course of rivers: stream bed lowering or infill, river filling, flooding of bank soils followed by rapid drops in flow, redirection and acceleration of flow within the channel, that is change of river courses, poor soil drainage system, wave action, intense water from rainfall, unplanned embankments to control rivers, and absence of trees on the river bank. Sometimes change of river course, loose structure of river banks, river filling, unplanned embankments to control rivers, and absence of trees on river banks, etc. contribute to the problem too. And this river erosion causes thousands acres of cultivable land and residents and different types of constructions to go down to the river every year. Now the next another one natural disaster, that is drought, which occur especially in the northern part of our country. So what is drought? A drought is a period of time when an area or region experiences below normal precipitation. The lack of adequate precipitation, either rain or snow, can cause reduced soil moisture or groundwater, diminished stream flow, crop damage, and a general water shortage. So when in the land there is insufficient water or inadequate rainfall occur, that time drought occur. Especially in the dry season when at least 15 days it is rainless condition. So that time also drought can be occurred in our country. So drought is a natural disaster in Bangladesh. and lack of proper rainfall and slide in underground water level causes drought. And almost every year at the end of spring and advent of summer season, drought occurs in different regions of the country. Especially the severity of this drought is visible in the northern regions of our country. Causes of drought: lack of sufficient rainfall, construction of dams in the upstream of rivers, environmental pollution, that is soil, air and water. These three major components while polluted, that time the drought occurs. Land and water temperature causes also drought. Air circulation and weather patterns also cause drought. Soil moisture levels also contribute to drought, and drought can also be a supply of demand of water issue. Preventive measures of flood, river erosion and drought. First of all, flood, preventive measures of flood. Constructing embankments, constructing houses on higher foundation. Dredging is needed, dredging the rivers and restore rivers to their natural courses. Introduce better flood warning systems. We must have to know the meteorological warning signals which will help us to warn about the flood and any other natural disasters. Drought: ensuring sufficient forestation, putting a stop to pumping out subsurface water after proper testing. Water conservation is needed, pollution prevention, storing water, especially the rainwater harvesting during the rainy season. We can store the water, growing drought resistant crops like millets, maize, etc. So we have to cultivate the crops which can survive less amount of water, and taproot the crops which have the tap roots which can penetrate very deep into the ground. Improve the irrigation system by building dams and digging water reservoir. Preventive measures of river erosion: planting trees on the river banks, especially grass, shrubs and willow trees to prevent landslide. Maintaining river banks, that means embankments should be built. Add mulch or rocks. Mulching is a process which can absorb the water and which also leads to erode the soil. Put down fiber logs. Fiber logs is very important, that is after every 15 to 20 feet distance, logs can be developed over there, and which also help to occur the river erosion. Build retaining wall, improve drainage system, reduce watering if possible, reduce tillage or cultivation, and keep soil covered around the year. Effects of climate change on socio-economic sector. Bangladesh is considered in the risk zone of the adverse effects of climate change in agriculture, industry, health and social sectors. The socio-economic sectors where the adverse effects are noticeable are in agricultural sector. Climate change is responsible for immense damage of crops. That means high temperature and excessive rain stands on the way to get an expected harvest, and flash floods in some places can cause damage to even the paddy that can withstand a certain level of water. And climate change affects the fisheries of Bangladesh from three dimensions, that is salinity, flood and tidal wave. And this climate change affects the fisheries of Bangladesh, and also the habitats of fish are damaged when during flood occurs, and tidal wave contributes to the increase in salinity in inland water. Health: sewage systems go out of order in the face of ever increasing floods. Consequently, epidemics break out. Industrial sector: industry largely depends on raw materials, we know, and climate change affects production of agro produces in different areas of the country, and these industries suffer from shortage of raw materials due to this climate change. And effect in social sectors, that is climate change has noticeably affected rainfall. Higher amount of rain in short period causes flash flood and river erosion. Consequently, many people become climate refugee, and that is a threat to social discipline also. So the chapter is completed here. Thank you all. Goodbye.